right, a very quick and important lesson as it applies to the guitar and playing in every key. So this is a cycle of fifths, also known as the circle of fifths. If you go, it's like a clock, you know, it's like 12 hours on a clock, 12 months in a year, 12 donuts in a dozen, all the 12s. And if you go counterclockwise, it's called a cycle or a circle of fourths. And we don't have to get into all the details, but every note is represented here, every possible pitch, starting point. And if you can approach your guitar neck this way, it's a very quick and easy way to get to anything of a scale, a chord, a lick, a riff, a phrase in all 12 keys. It's a really great way to practice, and it simplifies it. So while we can start anywhere on the circle, and it's most common in classical music, in jazz, in popular music, that we would go counterclockwise around the circle. So a little counterintuitive that it's counterclockwise, but this is it. Also, a circle of fourths, our guitar is tuned in fourths: E, A, D, G. You would think there's a C string, but it jumps back down here to B, and then E again. So the guitar strings are right here, but here's where the fun actually begins. We take our first finger. I'm going to start you guys at 12 on the big string. I call it the big dog, woof woof. And you put your first finger at 12. There's a double dot there for most electric guitars, or it's the 12th fret. You just count to 12, again, 12, right? So I'm starting at 12 on the big string, and I learned this a long time ago, that if you just go from here to there to the next string, then that's the next one right here. So we're going from E to A, that's 12 to 12, and then you go to the next string and it's 10 to 10. And you do it again, but you do it at 8 to 8, and then 6th fret, 6th fret, 4th fret, 4th fret, 2nd fret, 2nd fret, and then you'll be at open and open. These are the, just coincidentally, not a coincidence, but they're the even numbers starting from 12. So I'm going to do that again with just my first finger at the 12th fret, 12 and 12, 10 and 10, 8 and 8, 6 and 6. We're just hopping, that's 4 and 4, hopping one finger from string to string. And I now have gone around that circle without even thinking about it. So I'm literally playing those notes in that order, if you can do this. Now, you're going to take and create something. The chart I'm sending you guys is a power chord. So I'm going to create a power chord, which starts with the first finger at 12, and then it's just a 2-finger motion. And I'm going to do that at the 8th fret and the 6th fret. And just changing string groups, kind of like you're changing railroad tracks. A long time ago, I took to calling this clip-clop, because to me it feels like clippity-clop, 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 clippity-clop. And now I've been around that circle, I don't know, 4 or 5 times in just seconds. If you didn't have to listen to me talk, I'm going to add a 3rd finger in. I got my first finger at 12. I'm going to add again, you can start this anywhere. I'm going to use my pinky to get another string, so I call this a 3-finger power chord, and I'm going to clip-clop those 3 fingers, everything changing strings, just doing the even frets. Clippity-clop, clippity-clop, clippity, looks like clippity-clop. Those are power chords, still 3-finger power chords. Now I'm going to use my first finger at 12 again. I'm going to add my power chord, my 3-finger power chord, and I'm going to use my middle finger here to just pick up the note on the 3rd string. This is no longer a power chord, this is a real chord. And I'm not barring anything yet, but I'm just going to clip it down, clip-clop it down, and that makes a minor chord. So I got a major chord here. Every finger changes string groups, and that's a minor chord. I'm going to go to the 8th position, or excuse me, the 10th position. I'm going to do the same thing again. The 8th position, the 6th position, the 4th position, the 2nd position, and the open position is the model E and A minor, which are the same shapes. We might readjust our fingering to do those. That is all there is to it. I've continued going around playing all these things in every key. The next thing I put on there Really, we could talk about putting those 4 notes down. I got 4 fingers: bass, tenor, alto, soprano, and then this finger, I'm not barring all 6 of them, I'm just kind of hinging over, like pick up the rest of them. And now I got a bar chord, and when I clop it down to the 5th string on 12, I really only have to pick up 1 string. And so I'm not clamping all the way across. It's kind of selective barring because my bass, tenor, alto, soprano, I just have 1 more string to pick up there, and then I just move them through very quickly through all 12 keys. I also built some scales off of that. So I started with a 12. Also, you can start anywhere, but I'm going to play the minor scale: 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3. And then I'm going to clop it from the big string at 12 to the 5th string at 12. 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3. And then I'm going to start at 8 or 10, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, and then clop to the 5th string, 1, 3, 4. That's a G minor scale. Start at the 8th position: C minor, F minor, B flat minor. I don't have to learn anything new. E flat minor, A flat minor, D flat minor, F sharp minor, E minor, open. I could put a finger back here, or I could just play open A string, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. And those are your minor scales. Also, here's the minor pentatonic: 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3. Next string, A minor. 10th position, D minor, G minor. C minor, F minor, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. Sorry, D flat. Did I do that one? D flat. F sharp, B. That's a B. E is open. O3, O2, O2. A is open. And there you go. It helps to sometimes put a chord with it too. So as I do the major pentatonic, maybe would be the next one. We've drawn it like this. Now if I start here, sorry, my first thing. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, F sharp, E, A. There we go. A. And those notes are right there. I'm going to play, maybe just a regular major scale now, starting at 12. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And I'm going to start on the next string. D, G, C, F, sorry, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, F sharp major, B major, E major, A major. All these are on your sheet there. I've taken the liberty of putting the cycle across the bottom of the page, and then something that I would call make your own adventure. So as long as I create something based here, as an example, I might create, just anything. That's 12, and then I go here. It's a blues scale, right? And then I'm going to go to 10. And then I'm going to go to 10 again. And then I go to big dog at 8. And then I go to 5th string at 8. F sharp, B, E. That's, I think you got the point probably like 7 or 8 minutes ago, but everything I'm doing goes right around the circle. You could create any chord this way, play it in all 12 keys, any lick, any riff, anything that you might need to know. Also kind of helpful to think, this is E, A, D, G, C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, F sharp, B, E, and A. It's really important to memorize that. I'd encourage any of my students to, like, the way you could draw a clock, maybe you could learn that A is at 3 o'clock, or F sharp's at 6 o'clock, or C is at midnight, or something like that. So have a lot of fun, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.